All right, let's get ready to dive into something really cool today. We're talking all about sports supplements
Oh, yeah,
and how they can really make a difference in your performance.
for sure.
Even if you think you have a pretty good diet, if you're pushing those limits,
Yeah,
they can really boost your energy levels,
absolutely.
help you recover faster,
Yep.
maybe even get that mental edge we all need.
Yeah, sometimes it really is like you're fine-tuning an engine.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and you need that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little extra boost
Totally.
to get peak performance.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Why is athlete nutrition so important?
Well, think of it this way. Your body, it's like a machine, right?
Okay.
And it needs the right fuel to function properly,
I like that analogy.
And that's where nutrition comes in.
Makes sense.
So that provides the energy for your workouts.
Mm.
It helps repair those tiny muscle tears that happen when you're training.
Right.
And it really allows your body to perform at its best.
Makes sense. Okay, so no matter what level you are,
Yeah.
nutrition is really key.
Absolutely.
But even if we think we're eating healthy, where do supplements come in?
So supplements can actually provide targeted nutrients,
Huh.
maybe some of those things that might be missing from your diet.
Okay.
Or, what they can actually do is amplify the natural processes
Uh-huh.
that enhance your performance.
Okay, so not replacing real food, just kind of giving it that extra support.
That's exactly right.
Okay, I'm excited to hear about this. I hear about creatine all the time, especially at the gym.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the big ones. And it's been studied extensively.
Right.
And it's really incredibly effective,
Uh-huh.
especially for strength and power.
But can you explain how that works?
So your muscles, they use ATP for energy,
Okay.
especially during those short bursts of like really intense activity,
Yeah.
like weightlifting.
Okay.
Creatine, what it does is it acts as a reserve
Uh-huh.
for phosphate,
Mhm.
which is a key component of ATP.
Okay.
So when you need that like quick burst of energy,
Yeah.
creatine is there to regenerate that ATP really rapidly.
So it's like an extra reserve tank.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it gives your muscles that quick recharge during those really demanding sets.
Okay, so if I'm trying to, beat my personal record,
Exactly.
I might need some creatine.
It could definitely give you that extra edge.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so we have a lot of endurance athletes who listen to this show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Runners, cyclists, swimmers. What about them? What can help them go further longer?
Yeah, so for endurance, beta-alanine is a fantastic option.
Beta-alanine.
It's an amino acid, and it helps buffer lactic acid buildup,
Okay.
which is that burning sensation you get during those tough workouts.
Yeah, so you can work out harder longer.
Yeah, it delays that burn
Hmm.
and allows for more intense, longer workouts.
Okay.
So it's really beneficial for those grueling long runs or intense cycling sessions.
Makes sense.
Anything that requires sustained effort.
Okay. Well, we all know recovery is important.
Oh, yeah. It's just as important as the workout itself.
For sure. So what can help with that?
So BCAAs, or branched-chain amino acids, are really essential
Okay.
for muscle repair and growth.
Got it.
And they help to really minimize that muscle soreness and accelerate recovery.
So you can get back to it faster?
You said less downtime between workouts, faster progress.
Okay, makes sense. And speaking of strength training, we have to talk about protein.
Of course.
How does that fit in?
So protein is the building block of muscle.
Right.
And, athletes, they need a higher intake than the average person.
Yeah, for sure.
So protein powders, whether that's from whey or pea protein or
Mm.
other sources,
Mm-hmm.
they provide a really convenient way to make sure you're getting enough
Okay.
to support that muscle growth and repair.
Okay, so it's giving your muscles the building blocks they need to come back stronger.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Mm.
Think of it as fueling your muscles
Okay.
with the building blocks they need
Yeah,
to recover and adapt to your training.
I like that. So I have to ask about caffeine.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's not just for the morning, is it?
No, not at all. Caffeine is actually a really powerful performance enhancer.
Really?
It can sharpen your mental focus.
Mm-hmm.
It increases endurance,
Okay.
and it can even enhance your reaction time.
Wow.
So it goes beyond, just feeling energized.
Yeah.
Caffeine actually reduces your perceived effort during a workout.
Oh, wow.
So those tough sessions might feel a little easier.
Interesting.
And this could be especially helpful, during competitions.
Oh, for sure. So it's a mental and physical boost.
Yeah, you got it.
So we talked about beta-alanine for endurance athletes. Are there any other supplements they should consider?
Oh, yeah. Electrolytes are absolutely crucial,
Okay.
especially during those, really long workouts where you're sweating a lot.
Right.
So they help to replenish those essential minerals like sodium,
Yeah.
potassium,
Mhm.
magnesium that are lost through sweat.
Yeah. If you don't have those, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
Yeah. Muscle cramps, fatigue, you name it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then for maintaining energy levels
Yes.
during prolonged exercise.
Especially for those endurance athletes who are out there for hours,
Right.
carbohydrate supplements
Okay.
can be a game changer.
So that's like your gels and your drinks and things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They provide that quick, easy to digest source of energy,
Right.
and they prevent that, dreaded hitting the wall feeling.
Oh, yeah. We all know that feeling.
We've all been there, right?
Okay. So we talked endurance. Let's talk strength.
Okay.
What about some key supplements for them besides the protein?
So for strength athletes, the combination of protein and creatine
Mm-hmm.
is like a powerful duo.
Okay.
As we discussed earlier, protein provides those amino acids needed for muscle repair
Mm-hmm.
and growth,
Mm-hmm.
and then creatine is there to provide that energy
Right.
for those heavy lifts.
So it's a two-pronged approach.
Exactly.
Okay. What about those nitric oxide boosters I hear about? Are those something to consider?
Yeah, those can be beneficial too.
Okay.
They work by increasing blood flow
Mm-hmm.
to the muscles, delivering more oxygen and nutrients during your workout.
Wow.
So that can lead to better endurance, more pronounced muscle pumps,
Okay.
and even faster recovery between sets.
Wow. So it's maximizing everything.
Yeah, it's like creating a superhighway for nutrients and oxygen.
I like that. Okay. Well, this is all great, but what about people who want a more natural approach?
Yeah, so natural performance enhancers
Mm-hmm.
are becoming, increasingly popular these days
Okay.
as people are kind of seeking a more holistic approach.
Right.
And a great example is beetroot extract.
Beetroot. Really?
Yeah, it's rich in nitrates,
Uh-huh.
which improve oxygen efficiency during exercise.
Oh, okay.
So this can boost your endurance and stamina,
Wow.
making it great for, both strength and endurance athletes.
Okay, so it's just helping your body use the oxygen more efficiently.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What else?
And another interesting one is rhodiola rosea.
Rhodiola rosea. That's new for me.
Yeah, it's an adaptogen.
What's an adaptogen?
So adaptogens help your body handle stress,
Okay,
which can be, really beneficial for athletes who
Yeah.
are constantly pushing their limits.
sure.
And rhodiola in particular can help you perform better under pressure
Okay.
and recover faster from those, strenuous workouts.
Interesting. So it's like a stress reliever.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's like
Not-
a built-in stress management system.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so we've talked about pushing those limits.
Yeah.
But we can't forget about the recovery.
Of course not.
What else can help with that besides the BCAAs?
So magnesium is an essential mineral,
Mm-hmm.
and it often gets overlooked.
Really?
Yeah, it plays a key role in muscle relaxation,
Okay.
and it can help to reduce those, post-workout muscle cramps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes those.
And it helps you sleep better.
It does, yeah, it promotes better sleep,
Okay.
which is, we all know crucial for recovery,
I need more of that.
don't we? All right.
That's the key. Okay, so that's magnesium for muscle relaxation,
Uh-huh.
cramp relief, and better sleep.
You got it.
All right, this is a lot of great information.
Yeah.
But how do we go about choosing and using supplements wisely?
That's a great question.
Any tips for our listeners?
So, always prioritize quality.
Okay.
Look for reputable brands.
Uh-huh.
Checking for certifications like, NSF, Certified for Sport,
Mm.
can ensure that the product has been tested
Okay.
for banned substances
Right.
and contaminants.
Yeah, safety and quality first.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And remember, supplements, they're designed to support your diet and training plan,
Yeah.
not to replace them.
Right.
So they're not a magic bullet,
Got it.
but they can be a really valuable tool
Okay.
when used correctly.
So, still got to put in the work.
You definitely do, yeah.
Okay. Any other advice before we move on?
Always stick to those recommended dosage instructions.
Right.
More is not always better. And pay attention to your body's response to any new supplement that you introduce.
Right.
Everyone is different.
Uh-huh.
What works for one person may not work for another.
Makes sense.
Right.
And of course, hydration.
Oh, yeah. We can't
Right.
forget about hydration.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential, especially for athletes.
Right.
Make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day,
Yeah.
especially during, those intense training sessions.
Okay, so to sum it all up,
Yeah,
Supplements can be a great way to enhance performance
for sure.
when used responsibly,
Absolutely.
with a good diet,
Yeah.
proper training,
Mhm.
and adequate hydration.
It's about optimizing your efforts.
Yeah,
And supporting your body's natural abilities.
totally. We've covered a lot of ground here, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, right?
I think so, yeah.
So we've talked a lot about enhancing physical performance.
Right.
But what about the mental game?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think some of these supplements
I do.
could play a role there
Absolutely.
in boosting cognitive function?
Focus,
Yeah.
mood, all that.
That's a great question and a perfect segue into our next topic.
Okay, let's get into it.
All right.
So the mental side of athletic performance is just as crucial
Oh, it is?
as the physical side.
Absolutely.
And certain supplements might be able to give athletes a mental edge.
For sure.
All right, I'm intrigued. Let's dive into the world of sports psychology
Let's do it.
and explore how athletes can train their minds for peak performance.
I'm ready.
Yep.
So, when we talk about optimizing performance, we really can't ignore the power of the mind.
Right.
It's just as important as
Yeah.
physical strength
Oh, for sure.
and endurance.
So we touched on how some supplements can impact focus and stress.
Yeah.
But what about some techniques that athletes use to train their minds
Yeah.
for peak performance?
So,
I hear about visualization all the time.
Yeah.
Is it really that effective?
visualization is incredibly powerful.
Yep.
It's really about, creating this vivid mental picture.
Of yourself successfully performing a specific skill
Yeah.
or action.
Got it.
So, imagine a golfer perfecting their swing
Hmm.
or a basketball player sinking a free throw.
Right. So it's like a mental rehearsal.
Exactly.
Oh,
By repeatedly visualizing that success,
Yeah.
you're training your brain to perform those actions more effectively when it really matters.
Wow.
You're essentially creating neural pathways
Really?
that make it easier
Wow.
to execute those movements.
So you're like paving the road to success.
I like that. Yeah.
In your mind.
Uh-huh.
Does this help with anxiety too?
Absolutely. Visualization can really build confidence
Okay.
and reduce that anxiety,
Got it.
because if you've already experienced that success in your mind,
Right.
you're less likely to kind of get rattled
Yeah.
when the pressure's on.
That makes sense. What about self-talk?
Self-talk.
I see athletes talking to themselves all the time
Yeah.
during games.
That's that, constant internal dialogue we have with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, positive or negative,
Right.
and it has a huge impact on your performance.
So if you're telling yourself you're going to fail,
Yeah.
you're more likely to.
Unfortunately, yes, negative self-talk can create doubt,
Right.
anxiety, fear,
Yeah.
which can really sabotage your efforts.
So how do we turn that around?
Well, it starts with awareness.
Okay.
Pay attention to what you're saying to yourself,
Uh-huh.
especially in those challenging moments.
Okay.
Once you identify, those negative patterns,
Yeah.
you can challenge them
Okay.
and replace them with those positive, empowering statements.
So like instead of saying I can't do this,
Yeah.
you could say I've got this.
Exactly.
Okay.
It might sound simple,
Yeah.
but the words that we use
Right.
have a really powerful effect
Okay.
on our beliefs and our actions.
Got it.
So positive self-talk can really improve your focus,
Mm-hmm.
boost that confidence,
Right.
help you bounce back from setbacks.
So it's like having a coach in your head,
That's a great way to think about it. Yeah.
but like a positive one.
Yeah, the one that's cheering you on.
Okay. So we have visualization, self-talk.
Yeah.
What else?
Goal setting
Oh,
is another really powerful tool.
How so?
Having those, clear, specific,
Mm-hmm.
achievable goals,
Yeah.
it really provides a sense of purpose and direction.
Right.
It motivates you
Uh-huh.
to train harder and perform better.
So if you don't know where you're going,
Exactly.
how are you going to get there?
Goal setting helps to break down, those big dreams
Right.
into smaller, more manageable steps.
Make sense?
It makes that journey feel as overwhelming,
Yeah.
more attainable.
It's like creating a roadmap for
Exactly.
your athletic journey.
And it's important to set both, short-term
Okay.
and long-term goals.
Got it.
So, short-term goals provide that sense of accomplishment along the way,
Mm-hmm.
while those long-term goals keep you focused on the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. So you're celebrating the small wins
Mm.
while staying focused on the ultimate prize.
Exactly.
Anything else athletes can do to boost that mental game?
So mindfulness,
Mindfulness.
it's often overlooked,
Okay.
but it's incredibly valuable.
How so?
It's about being present in the moment
Okay.
without judgment.
Okay.
You're aware of your thoughts, your feelings,
Uh-huh.
your bodily sensations
Yeah.
without getting caught up in them.
So it's like meditation.
It is, yeah.
Just being present.
It's about quieting that mental chatter
Right.
that can really distract you from your performance.
Right.
So mindfulness can help athletes improve their focus,
Okay.
reduce anxiety,
Yeah.
and regulate their emotions more effectively.
That makes sense. But how does that actually translate into better performance?
So by staying present and focused on the task at hand,
Yeah.
you're less likely to get sidetracked
Uh-huh.
by doubts or anxieties.
Okay.
You're also more in tune with your body's signals,
Right.
which can really help prevent injuries.
So it's like a heightened awareness
Yeah.
of your mind and body.
Exactly. And mindfulness can be practiced both on and off the field.
Okay.
Even just a few minutes
Yeah.
of mindful breathing or body scan meditation each day
Right.
can make a huge difference.
This is all really interesting.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much control we have
It is.
over our minds.
Yeah.
And how that impacts our performance.
It's incredibly powerful. And athletes who master that mental game,
Yeah.
they have a huge advantage.
Right.
It's really about recognizing that mental training
Mm-hmm.
is just as important as physical training.
Okay, so you've talked about visualization, self-talk,
Yeah.
goal setting, mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask before we wrap this up,
Sure.
we're talking about enhancing performance.
Yeah.
But where do we draw the line ethically?
That's a great question.
Yeah, we're pushing human potential so far.
Right.
Like, where is that line between striving for excellence
Yeah. That's an important consideration.
and just pushing too far?
As we discover more and more ways
Right.
to enhance performance,
Exactly.
we need to have those open discussions
Yeah.
about the ethical boundaries.
Because we want to celebrate those achievements.
Absolutely.
But we want to make sure
Yes.
that we're prioritizing the athlete's well-being.
Of course, long-term well-being is key.
I think that's a great transition
Yeah.
to our next topic.
Okay.
We've talked about supplements, mental strategies,
Right.
but I'm curious about the impact of all of this
Yeah.
on the sports industry as a whole.
That's a fascinating area.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
How is technology changing the game?
All right.
I mean, it's amazing to think about how technology is reshaping everything.
It really is.
We've got all this high-tech training equipment,
Oh, yeah.
data analytics
Uh-huh.
to optimize performance.
It's like we're stepping into the future.
I know, it's so cool.
Yeah. And it's not just, about gadgets and data. We're also seeing incredible advancements in sports psychology, nutrition, even sleep science,
Oh, wow.
all aimed at helping athletes
Yeah.
reach their full potential.
It's like this multidisciplinary approach to athletic excellence.
It is.
It's really pushing the boundaries
For sure.
of what's possible.
Absolutely.
But with all of these advancements, I mean, how is this impacting the industry as a whole?
I mean, it's already having a profound impact.
Yeah.
I mean, think about, how data analytics
Yeah.
is being used to analyze player performance,
Okay.
identify weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
develop, personalized training programs.
Right.
It's changing the way coaches approach strategy and player development.
And it's not just at the professional level. You're seeing it trickle down to youth sports, too.
Absolutely.
With all the wearables and everything.
Yeah, tracking everything
Yeah.
from heart rate to sleep patterns,
Yeah.
helping young athletes, train smarter and safer.
It's like we're leveling the playing field.
Yeah, in a way,
A little bit.
giving everyone a chance
Right,
to
yeah.
benefit from these advancements.
Okay, but with this focus on technology, I mean, is there a risk
Mm-hmm.
of losing sight
Yeah,
of the human element of it all?
that's a great point.
Yeah, the passion,
Uh-huh.
the dedication,
The grit.
the grit
Yeah.
that makes athletes succeed.
I think it's about finding that right balance.
Yeah,
Technology should enhance,
right.
not replace the human element.
We don't want robotic athletes
we don't.
who are just driven by data.
Right. It's about preserving the heart and soul of sports.
I agree.
The things that make it so compelling
Yeah,
to watch
Right.
and participate in.
totally. So as we're embracing all this technology,
Yeah,
we need to remember that sports are a human endeavor.
absolutely.
It's about celebrating the dedication,
Mm-hmm.
the perseverance,
Yeah.
the spirit that drives athletes to push those limits.
For sure.
Yeah.
And achieve greatness.
Well said.
So we've talked about, the supplements, the mental strategies, the
Mhm.
technology.
The impact on the industry.
It's been a lot.
It has.
But I think this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
For sure.
It's about understanding that peak performance is a journey
Mm-hmm.
that, involves training,
Mm-hmm.
mental fortitude.
And a deep respect for the human body
Yeah,
and its capabilities.
I agree.
Well said.
I think we've reached the finish line
I think so too.
of this deep dive.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey.
It's been fun.
We hope you learned something new,
Yeah.
been inspired to push your own limits,
Mm-hmm.
and, gained a deeper appreciation
For sure.
for the world of sports
Yeah.
and these amazing athletes.
Absolutely.
Till next time,
Until next time.
keep exploring, keep striving,
Yeah.
and keep the spirit of competition alive.
Couldn't have said it better myself.